Hello and welcome to today's cooking lesson. Today we're making French onion soup. The ingredients are as follows. Beef stock. You got here your baguettes, which we will toast later. You got here butter, which we will melt later to clarified butter. Here you got thyme, salt and pepper over here, and typically you'll want Gruyere cheese, but we substituted it for Swiss. And over here, of course, the onions, which we will cut into thin pieces. Next step, how did we get from this to this? Well, the in-between is this. And basically, you cut it up into sections. 4 sections to be exact. So the very first step over here is you take this and you want to cut the end piece off. Okay? And now, you start with the 4 sections. Be very careful. Now here are your 4 sections, and then you can work your way around this, peel it off, whatever you want. Don't forget to cut off these end pieces. And clean your board. There you go. And now you can start to peel it. Also, wear protective eye goggles so you don't cry in the middle of doing this. Here's a pop quiz. Of these two, which way do we cut? Do we cut this way or that way? Well, the correct answer is we cut it this way, because we don't want it to be too stringy, aka too long on the final product. So we're going to cut it this way. And you want it to be very, very thin. Make sure to clean your knife as we go. Go as thin as possible that you will allow it. Some of these could be a little thinner. So from this pile, some of them were a bit too thick, but that's okay. You can always pick them apart and cut it again. Let's run that back one more time. So here's a new section, and again, we're going to do this very, very thin. Go and find the thicker pieces. These seem to be okay in this pile. Go over here again. Work your way. This right here is clarified butter. And over here we have our onions, which is a lot more than the usual recipe. I decided to times it by 3. Now we are going to saute / caramelize these onions. We're really gonna mix it, and we want it to be brown, so we don't want it to be burnt. Now that this is brown and caramelized, I'm going to put in the beef stock, half of it precisely, to deglaze it. So there you go. That is, of course, the act of deglazing. Okay, once you're comfortable, add in the rest of the beef stock. And once you have done that, add the thyme, as well as salt and pepper. And you're going to let this simmer for 20 minutes. Right here are the baguettes. We are going to toast this, and for a little flavor, we're going to add some dabs of extra virgin olive oil. Okay, right now we're going to put the baguette and we're going to toast it in the oven for about 10 minutes. So this will be within the French onion soup. Okay, after this has simmered for 20 minutes, here is the liquid portion of our French onion soup. And we are going to pour it in these ramekins. And here is the baguette. We're going to float it up on top to each. So now that the bread is on the French onion, we're going to overlay it with some cheese, 2 slices each, because I just like cheese. Now that we put the cheese and the bread, we're going to take this into our little oven here. Here's the progress so far. And here is a final look at the French onion soup. The only thing left is to try it, of course. Okay, French onion soup here. Let's take a closer look, see what's inside, if we did it correctly. So here's the bread, the baguette, the onion is intact. We did a job well done. Bravo. Of course we have to test it, but safety first. Coming out of the oven, the ramekin is built for the oven, but don't touch it, obviously. Too dangerous to handle. But here we go. We're going to get some of the bread in there, some onion, the cheese. Now you're going to watch me eat for the next 30 minutes. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.